In this episode of Trainspotting, Steve tries to keep up with the pace at Britain's busiest station and then takes a breather in the slightly more tranquil surrounds of the Severn Valley. I visit Ireland to discover some gems from its railway past and see how the modern network is benefiting from a major investment programme.
Now, normally when I start a piece like this, I like to find somewhere peaceful and somewhere quiet just to start off with. I mean, this place is like Clapham Junction. That's because it is Clapham Junction, and it's Britain's busiest railway station.
Platform 10 for the 12:57 Southwest train service to London Waterloo.
Clapham Junction sits at the intersection of the main lines in and out of Victoria and Waterloo, and handles over 160 passenger trains an hour during peak times and about 3,000 stopping trains a day. This means that over 30,000 passengers have to be carefully managed on a daily basis. As well as the 3 operators that stop at Clapham, there are over 20 other liveries that pass through, producing a kaleidoscope of colour. Tim Sherwood is a local railway historian who knows everything there is to know about the station and how it got there in the first place.
The first line through here was in 1838, and it was the London and Southampton Railway, which was one of the first main lines into London. Nothing then happened until 1847, when the Richmond Railway was opened. That comes in over there. A couple more lines came in, and by 1863 there was a station here, and because there were so many different lines coming in from different directions, the idea was that it would be an interchange station. But in fact it never worked like that, ironically. It really became a suburban commuter station, because this area here, where Battersea grew very quickly, and so a big suburban traffic developed.
So what we're seeing here today, platform-wise, building-wise, has it changed a lot since, say, the turn of the last century?
Yes, it's changed a bit because of the expansions that had to take place. Where we are here is more or less the centre and where the original station was. But with the increase in traffic, new platforms had to be put in. And for example, platform 7 and 8 right over there was put in the 1890s. And similarly, the platform right over there, 16 and 17, were put in for the West London services, which tunnel under here and come up just over there.
In the golden days of steam and semaphore signalling, there were 6 signal boxes positioned around Clapham Junction. But now, yep, you've guessed it, there's just one modern control centre situated close to platform 17. And Andrew Munden's the man in charge. What's actually going on? We've got 2 sides to it, left and right.
Yes, indeed. This side you can see over here controls all the lines out of Victoria down towards Kent. It also controls the Thameslink route from Farringdon down through Blackfriars, and it controls the interface with the section 1 of the Channel Tunnel rail link at Clapham Junction. This side of the box controls the lines out of the central side of Victoria down towards Surrey and Sussex.
OK, so only a small part of it actually centres around Clapham Junction.
It does. At Clapham Junction, we only control platforms 12 to 17. The rest is controlled by the Area Signalling Centre located down at Wimbledon that controls the lines in and out of Waterloo. The signallers work to timetables for the specific area they're controlling, which list all the trains and their calling patterns and the specific routes they're supposed to take.
So who's looking after Clapham Junction at the moment then?
The signaller down here in front of us is working the station at Clapham Junction at the moment. It's quite simple at this time of day. Most trains are passing through, calling. There aren't that many crossing moves through the junctions there.
And what's he looking for on the board?
Well, on the display behind him you can see some white lights. They indicate the routes that the signaller has set for the trains to take. The red lights actually indicate the presence of trains. Each train has a unique number. The initial number tells you what class of train it is, so Class 1 for an express passenger train, Class 2 for a stopping train, for example. The letter indicates the route that it's taking, and the last 2 numbers are the specific train itself.
And your part of the operation here at Clapham obviously involves a lot of through trains. How quickly are they going through Clapham Junction?
In the morning and the evening rush hours, we have a train on all 4 lines every 2 minutes.
And how reliable is this?
Well, the system here is now 24 years old. It is, however, very reliable, and it allows us to maximise the number of train pathways that we can run. It allows us to move roughly 100,000 people a day into Victoria through Clapham Junction on the lines that I control.
Well, it's only just gone 4 o'clock and already this place is starting to get really, really busy. Constant procession of people and trains and people. It's like this every day of the week, and it will be like it for the next 3 or 4 hours. And that is why this place can really lay claim to being Britain's busiest railway station.